Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics.
Good
How's everyone
afternoon,
doing
free
today?
thinkers willing to meet in the middle. This is your inflammatory and villainous admin, Tommy from Tommy Nation Politics. How you doing today? Hopefully good. It's Sunday fun day. So guys, it's a brand new start tomorrow to a brand new week. New beginnings can mean reinvention and rebirth. I take new beginnings to mean that, and I challenge everyone in this group to be conscious of your premeditated steps, be vigilant of your principles and values, affect the positive change that only starts with the greatness that's germinating in your mind. You know, guys, Romans used to have a saying, vestis virum reddit. Clothes make the man. Meaning that your experiences, life's journeys, kind of make you who you are. You're the product of your environment, right? That's what you've heard. And your experiences. Well, no doubt those are key defining factors in who you are. Defining who you are is an essential ingredient in affecting a positive and lasting legacy. So with that in mind, may I ask, who are you? Who are you? Why, yes, it rings familiar to a rhetorical question, generally in the form of insulting chant or accompanied by a finger pointing. All too regularly, it is a phrase uttered by intent to mentally abuse a single person or a group of people by indicating that they're unknown or insignificant. The easiest way to answer might be the appropriate standard of guidelines from the conventional wisdom or social norms. For instance, if you were around a group of people that you were acquaintances, unfamiliar, you would be like, I'm Joe, Jeff's friend from college. Yeah, you see how you would relate to Jeff for the group's approval? If the circumstances render a more professional approach, the social norms mostly surmise it's more likely to be a request for your role of function in a pertinent situation. What was your role? What role did you play? I'm Joe Smith, the lead programmer on the Project Y. I work with Mr. Gates' team. If the situation is more social, it is more likely to be a request for an introduction, a new beginning, maybe a first impression. In that case, responding with your name and how you fit into the group socially, I mean, does it ever really seem enough? Does that encompass you? It's an inquiry that you can never fully, in a quick moment, answer. It does depend on context as well as the manner or tone in which that question's asked. And context and tone, guys, they're the prime exhibits of why the answer that one might give could be quite complex or difficult to audibly verbalize. Very complex. Asking this question appears to the engaged respondent as abstract and somewhat vague. However, I was thinking about this the other day. When someone asks, who are you? What they are really wanting to know is your name really enough to explain who you are? Maybe the top 10 things you like to do outside of work? Maybe the answer represents what you think of yourself. So let's unpack my rhetorical inquiry with a pair of philosophical eyeballs. So, who you are is what you don't always see. Such a purported query in my mind's eye translates into several categories, vis-a-vis concordantly. Got that from Matrix. So where you came from, guys. Who you are is where you came from, what you believe in, what's in your heart. What do you desire? What do you desire? Everything on life's unpredictable pathway from which your experiences have formed thusly its unique characteristics have made you become you. That is who you are. Who you are. Who you are. Who you are is what you don't always see. This question could mean a multitude of questions. But most likely, guys, it's where you came from, where you're going, what's in your heart. The heart, guys. Principles and values. If that's what you're thinking, it's never going to be a quick answer. You might speak in generalities, perhaps rapidly list the top 10 favorite hobbies or leisure activities, but we are such a beautiful creature, humanity, who are designed to keep exploring and expanding our minds, to be free-thinking, innovative, and open-minded. If you have ever watched the movie Alice in Wonderland, or you've read the book Alice Through the Looking Glass, you're aware of a certain smoking caterpillar. Who are you? During Alice's conversation with the caterpillar, she is asked two very distinct questions. Very distinct. Who are you? And who are you? The same three words, but two very different meanings. The first is it's exactly how it sounds, right? Upon first noticing Alice, the caterpillar asks her to introduce herself. She has difficulty coming up with an answer for his inquiry, though, having only just finished arguing with herself about whether she is really Alice or if she had somehow changed into another little girl. At this moment, her own identity is a mystery to her. Her own identity, guys. So just replace the reason for Alice's mental breakdown with the two political parties who have reigned alongside each other, sharing the territory of conquest and maintenance of power. Unfortunately, that notion of losing one's identity, I must confess, when politics is in this country discussed today, this gang-banging bandwagon mentality, this conundrum is all too familiar. Fascinating yet, the second posing of the question, who are you? Who are you? Well, perhaps your feelings may be different, said Alice. All I know is it would feel very queer to me. You, said the caterpillar. Who are you? No longer is the caterpillar asking for an introduction or a piece of Alice's identity. This question has a bitter edge to it that implies it asks more than a name. The words may have been, who are you? But the question was, who do you think you are? It's meant as a sarcastic comment, but it raises an interesting point. Are you who you are? Who are you, and who do you think you are? Who you think you are and who you are could be two different things, and if so, which is more important? Even as Alice stumbles along trying to figure out if she's Alice or she might possibly be another little girl because she doesn't have her height, guys. That's why she was having a crisis. She must be someone else. I'm not Alice's height. Facing the two questions by the caterpillar, Alice does not answer either of them. Why? Because she does not have the answers. She does, however, go on to explain that out of everything, she would feel more herself if she could regain her old height. Although Alice is still Alice, she sees herself a certain way and finds her security in her identities. That self-image, that blue donk, that Democrat, that Republican. If Alice is not Alice, if Alice doesn't think she's Alice, is she still Alice? These questions, guys. In this way, even if Alice is still Alice, who Alice thinks she is, that, my friends, that is what matters the most. That is what matters the most. Do you know who I am? I'm your very own political caterpillar, a musical, mocha-colored vision, urging you to let go of your old ways and be free-thinking, innovative, and totally open-minded. Tommy Nation Politics. Happy Sunday Fun Day.